Morning, y'all. There's my baby right there. Honey girl, beautiful soul, extremely blessed to have you. Honey girl, daddy loves you. So I saw a post where, multifamily units, apartments, or whatever, are just abandoned with all their shit left in there, which is probably a sign of, illegals getting deported. And we'll see how many of these slumlords reap what they sow and, renting to illegals, and not, American families that are on the streets, especially veterans. It's pretty disgusting. There's somebody else with their lights like shining right there. Whatever. But I'm at the casino. Leaving. Got me some fucking coffee right here, dog. They took like the creamer machine away. They have like creamer in little packets, but had like people would make such a mess with creamer all over the place with the machine that actually squirted the creamer out. So it's like we'll see how many HUD Section 8 ones get abandoned too. And also it's probably not just illegals. It's probably people that just can't get any storage. Is going to be hard to find. I have two of them, and one of them up in Ukiah, I'm hopefully going to get out of, to put it in the one down here in Corning. But everything's going to go up, First, California, they burned everybody out. A lot of people. They can't rebuild, a lot of them can't. So, and then, cost of living. People are just going to get sick of working and just bounce and just say, fuck it. I can't make ends meet. It's basically just, it doesn't make any sense anymore. So just go live in my car, And is a lot of people, I can tell you, I see a lot of people all over the place, And you can tell people who live in their car. You can tell tweakers who live in their car for sure. But people just down on their luck and bust their ass and something happened, relationship, whatever, mental illness, and they have the best thing. The only thing that matters to them is their pup, their best friend. So I just love to see the fact that's karma. I can't wait for Thomas Chan to get in trouble. I'm gonna wait for somebody else to get him. I don't even care. Him and Victoria and Sheila and Isis. Can you believe her name was really that? I can, And then whoever that chick was that, was like, are you living in your car? I saw some of your posts on Facebook. They weren't really what I wanted. Okay. Are you looking at me through the glass, wondering how much time has passed? It feels like forever. And forever you'll be lonely. See, there's some people that, I had a long talk with her, and she kept saying, like, because she had like feeding tubes going into her chest, her stomach, whatever, and I was like, well, it's like gastrositis or whatever, and that guy Jacob, I've explained this before, that guy Jacob Zachariah, he's not that good of a person, so his son has that, but his son, I guess, did a lot of meth and stuff, and she was an alcoholic, so I guess if you fuck up your stomach enough, your stomach just says, well, I can't do what I used to be able to do. And then, it's kind of like, it's like, again, you reap what you sow. People have called me a lot of things, I'm not a drug addict, I guess I'm just, I don't know, high functioning. That lacks emotional intelligence. It's just so funny when people, they just, what are you doing stopping in the, look at this person, such an idiot, look at this. Stop, you're stopping in the route. There's nobody coming. Do you see this happening? There's nobody coming, you could go. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's okay. Now go that way. Yeah, that's the right way. So many people leave this place drunk, I'm sure, because they stopped serving it too. Some guy out here, there's a one-way entrance in and then one-way entrance out, like, and he's waiting to turn. I'm coming up the one-way in, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And he just sat there. I had my blinker on to go right. I wasn't going straight. And then he's like getting ready to turn. I'm like, man, I swear, good job giving everybody a driver's license. Especially those Class A's, Durka. How's that going? You know, there's going to be like so many, because Honey Girl and I were on the House Section 8. I never want any of this shit, but Section 8, but I worked my whole life, you know, it's like, so I'm like, and we were on it, and they couldn't tell us when we were the next on the list. They probably told everybody that. I said, these things are built by illegals. You have illegals living in them. You have drug addicts living in them. And I've fucking busted my ass. You put me on the list, and it was around the holidays, and then you can't tell me when we're going to go in. So this, whatever her name was, narcissist, she's like, I don't like your tone of voice. And I'm like, I don't care what you like. Okay, you work for us. You know, and then they kicked me off the list. Because you didn't like what I had to say. Oh, my God. Fucking. And then they put me back on the list. I'm like, that's like companies that I've told to fuck off and, you know, burn them with reviews. And literally, Sack Refrigeration, I torched their hat and I posted it on our lawn when I lived with my ex. She didn't like it, but I did. I thought it was great. And then when they picked up their douchey van, I said, get the fuck out of here. Because that's how you roll, dog, you know? That's how I roll. You like me now? I don't know what's going on today. I haven't even had any coffee. But I did also get some Pepsi. I like Coke. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Coca-Cola. But it just, oh my God, it's funny. I just sit back and watch the shit show. Like I think with all these illegals getting deported, you know, all the shit, it should be auctioned off, and all the proceeds should go to the veterans. You know, everybody that fought for this country. I mean, give me a fucking break. It's just, you know, every time I see the flag flying, I get more and more like, I have a flag in my storage, and I'm just more and more like, I'm just losing respect for it, you know. And you know, Honey Girl's American Patriot, but I don't even want to say that anymore, because this is not the America that I love. And Make America Great Again has been torn apart. And for the American people, it's like, are you kidding me? It's for the illegals here. I mean, not just from Mexico, from India, from Ukraine. The list goes on, you know. You have Hmong in Humboldt County that have automatic weapons protecting their crops. Yeah. Every time I talk to somebody from another, we have friends in Switzerland. It's just like, every time I talk to fucking people from other countries, I'm just like, man, you guys probably laugh at us, huh? But look at everything going on in Ireland, you know, England. People are sick and tired of it, you know, sick and tired of it, you know. And I tell you what, man, it's happened before where to take the country back, you know, and it'll happen again. And the people that think it won't are the people that, you know, are just going to be like, what is going on? Exactly what you voted for.